Hey friends, it's Stephanie. Welcome to another edition in my planner journey from behind the designs. And today I kind of flipped around my video schedule because I wanted to set up for October. So I've got a whole slew of fun things to pull in. It might be, a tad long just because it's a setup, but that's what we're doing today. All right, as you know, I am in wide cocoa, and then I pulled in a narrow cover to hold my journals that I really want to focus on filling in. So before we jump into the October setup, I'm going to kind of just move these aside briefly because I want to show you the finished pages from my last video, which was the Autumn Adventures train ride. And, oh, that was in here. Silly me. So let me just flip quick. And you can see all my fun little decor items. I mean, these little ghost frames or whatever came from Target Dollar Spot. And they are the most adorable little things. I'm crushing. Okay, so I was working in this journal. And these are the pages I did. So here is the finished first page. And, I just kind of made some notes of things that related to the train itself. And, I finished up the tickets. I, attached a little string. I put in a vellum pocket to hold the tickets. And then I also half hole punched this page so that when I turn it, I'm on the second page. So as you can see, I started doing the glitter, and it was really kind of like goobing together, I guess. I don't know how best to say it. So I ended up changing over to the gold pen. So I liked it a little bit better, although I can't go back and change it, so it is what it is. But I learned, and then so on the second page, that's what I did here, which was I did the gold pen. I journaled a little bit. I've got all my pictures in here, and I'm super happy with how it came out. So, just a little inspiration for you. And then also, someone commented, I believe it was another Stephanie. I believe her comment was that she liked how the napkin looked like fabric. And that is a unique feature of using a napkin because it does sometimes look like fabric. And I told her about a beach spread that I had done where, remember, I tore apart the napkin and tore the backing off of it, which are the white pages or white napkin, not pages. But I did that in a summer video where I had taken the backing. So when you take apart your napkins, hold on to that backing because you can use that. So this is what I did with the white napkin. So let me just filter this out here. Okay. So if you're watching, Stephanie, this is the napkin, the white backing of the napkin. Obviously, I've put in some paint over it, but all I did, I don't know if you can see that texture. You can see it, like it's movement of the water. And all I did was, bunch it up and use the medium to kind of tack it down. And then I painted it. So don't throw away the white backing behind it, but I do love how napkins work in journals. I really, really do. Let me set that aside so that we can jump on in because I got a lot I want to go over. So with these tucked off to the side, I struggled with which cover to go with. So we're going to talk about that briefly. But before I do that, let me pull over. I just have it already out of the box. The October 2025 Planner Perfect sub box. I got the plan book again. I've been flip-flopping. I keep changing and then I forget and I have to ask them, what did I change to? I flip between like the plan book in either narrow or wide to the journal in either narrow or wide. I mean, at this point, I don't even know what I'm getting anymore. So I do need to get with them and find out for sure. But that all aside, that's my thing. So here is the October 2025 sub box. This is the plan book. I do not have the journal. It's a gorgeous journal though. But as you know, I have quite a few I need to get through. So while I love it, I am going to try and use what I've got for a little bit anyway. I have, so my flip-flopping with the sizes and whether it's a book, a plan book, or a journal is because I'm testing everything to find out what I want to go into 2026 with. I think I'm nearing the solid plan that I have. But as I said, I've changed it so much, I need to figure out what I'm getting. So you may see next month, it might be a wide. Again, I don't know, but that's a separate thing. You know, it's not easy. The struggle is real. The point is that I've been in this since April consistently. So I committed to the Traveler's Notebook. Even though I love all planners, I do still love the disc system. I do still have one set up, but I do not access it as much as I continue to go to the Traveler's Notebook. So, you know, that's what I'm taking into 2026, which shouldn't be a surprise. But all of this, you know, changes and layout testing and flipping between narrow and wide is all in preparation for what I think I'm going to be doing in 2026. So that, let's just table that for a minute. Let's dive into this box. So you get the 3 rolls of washi, which I will bring it up to you. I don't know if it'll roll away. It probably will roll away. Let's see. So there is some pumpkins, leaves, and then there's like little, it's like pumpkin drink, you know, like pumpkin spice and, you know, coffees and things like that. So that's adorable. It has a very orange kind of vibe to it. And we'll table that. This is the book. So here it is, the back side. The journal has more of like these flowers on it with pumpkins, and it's all covered in, I think in the box it said sweater weather maybe. Beautiful journal though. And so I love the box. I think I'm not, like, it's not kind of all vibing for me because there's, you know, what looks like maybe autumn sunflowers. And there's nothing sunflowers in here. So that, you know, I always look for themes and, you know, things that kind of are consistent across the, you know, the pages. You've seen me do journal pages, even planner pages. So I love the journal or the plan book. I am going to use it. You know, I was making up my own plan book, but because this is a narrow and I don't have the narrow pages completed yet, I'm just going to go with the Planner Perfect book and use what I've got. So I will be using this in my setup, which is a narrow. And then here are the stickers. Again, you get 2 sheets of each style. So, you know, again, there's all this orange and pumpkins and pumpkin pie and all that goodness. And I love this little truck. It's adorable. So there's those. And then again, you get all the journal cards or journal tip-ins, and there's 2 cards for every image. So there's 2 of these. October, there is pumpkin spice season. It's like dealing cards. There's the girl who matches on the journal. And then there's another girl, which is gorgeous. I love it, but there's no pink or blue in the theme. I don't think. On the back it was brown, right? Yeah, brown. I don't know. It's just like a thing. It just helps me, you know, put together things easier because everything has kind of got a theme to it. But if it, so this is the journal. Let me cut myself off. This is the journal. So this sunflowers with the pumpkins, I believe that is the journal image. But anyhow, I And then here's your fall 2025 truck. So I would have hoped that this one would have been black to match the sticker. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of weird like that. So those are the journal cards, 2 of everything. I still love them all. I'm going to use them. And then, you know, I'm going to put them in my setup because I've got them. So I'm going to use them. All right. So we've done the sub box reveal, which, you know, again, I only have 1 book, but we have my current 2 setups. And then, okay, so let's talk about colors for your traveler's notebook. So for me, going into October, I immediately think of the colors black, purple, and orange. So to me, those are like the classic colors, I guess you call them. So this is Gabriella, and she's orange, as you can tell. So I think for at least the beginning part of October, I am going to go into, I'm going to be keeping Gabriella in the mix, and I think I'm going to be adding to her Prunella. So, you know, I wanted to kind of step out of that, you know, using, you know, Harper or Sophia or even Isabella, because those are the black TNs, you know, just because that's kind of obvious, I guess, in a way. It's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of wanted to be different. Plus, I have a reason, and you'll see that in a minute. So I've got Prunella, Gabriella. You could, let's see, you could put together Isabella with Phoebe, which is Isabella's black, Phoebe is the light purple. Again, I believe Phoebe, though, is on the retiring list. So again, if you see something you like, definitely jump on over to the website, grab my code, grab my link, grab your TN in at least 3 journals, and you'll be good to go. You know, my ambassador code is in the description box below, but that is the best savings for you to get started if you think you want to start in the TN journey. I have been, if you are a TN user, which is just short for Traveler's Notebook, if you've been in the community long enough, so as I said, I was in the disc system probably like 2016, 15, 16. And then by 17, or was it? Yeah, so about 2017, Traveler's Notebooks came into favor with, it was just an explosion of ideas and, you know, channels you can follow and Traveler's Notebooks. And at that time, if you're, again, in the community long enough, there was Foxy Fix. And yeah, I have a bunch of those covers. I mean, I was thinking about all these, I was reminiscing about all these Traveler's Notebooks I have. And it's hard to choose. Like, I wanted to jump back over to something different, like not Planner Perfect, but I had a vibe going, so I kind of stuck with it. But that's just my little side about the joy of doing a Traveler's Notebook. I mean, they're just, nothing compares. So if you've been on the fence, it is a great planner change up. I think I ruined my little notepad here. You know, if you're tired of the disc system, or, you know, you're not getting what you need from it or whatnot, try out the Traveler's Notebook. I am telling you, you will be hooked. No lie. I mean, I'm not kidding with you. I'm not pulling the strings or anything. I am saying you're going to love it. That is all. Oh, let me set this aside quickly because I want to show you why I went with Prunella and Gabriella. Okay, so here, of course, I don't have enough room with my cute little decorations over here. This is a tray that I set up in my office. It's just a clear acrylic tray. And I'll try and do it without tipping it. You can see I just roughly labeled it Halloween. And what I started compiling in here is all things October and, you know, all the goodness. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss something. So as you can see, I'm going to turn it this way quickly. Again, there's not enough room here, but I have pulled out everything in anticipation of doing the Prunella and the Gabriella. So I have my purple TWSBI Eco Tea pen, which also has a purple ink in it. I pulled out some fun black and purple, paper clips. Will I use them all? I don't know. But they're there. And so there's those. And then, okay, so these next things came from Tailored Plan. And these were her Halloween ribbons and the TN strings. So I'm going to show them to you. And I ended up getting 2 different kinds because I wasn't sure what I was doing. Hence why I say this is what I'm going to do the first half of the month of October. I may change that. And let me show you what Taylor sent me because it's gorgeous. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so you've seen this. I've got the green one on my Coco. And so there is red and then the black and white. So I was just mainly looking at black and white as an option. This is just a piece of paper she sent wrapped with the charms. And so I'm going to hold on to it for journaling. So let me set this, I don't know, somewhere. I have nowhere to put anything. I pulled out of my stash just some inspiring kind of washi. Not to say I will use it. It was kind of this, I wanted to get everything together so that I didn't forget anything. I also pulled out October 2024's Planner Perfect washi. And I also have the journals and the journal cards. I'll show you those in a minute, but this was the washi. It had the adorable little ghost. And then it had the orange and black washi and then the pumpkin, which as you can see has that black and white theme. So this is where I'm saying I may change mid-month. I might go to Isabella in orange. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I also have these, which is a black sparkly ribbon. And these I just absolutely adore. You saw me make one of these. It was a green fabric that I had picked up, I think, from Hobby Lobby. I don't even know. But I made a bow. I showed you just how to make a simple paper clip for your planner. These are much more. These are double looped. They're very gorgeous. She does amazing work. I love Taylor's bows. I will admit, I now in this season of Traveler's Notebooks, I'm not that decorative about it, meaning, I don't do what we did back in the day with Foxy Fix. I don't get all the decorations and all the paper clips and all the charms, and I don't do that. I really like a very pared down Traveler's Notebook because then I can just grab it and go. I don't have to worry about, is my charm scratching it? Is this getting in the way? I can just open it and work, if that makes any sense. So then I also picked up, so my first choice was this. This is the first one I grabbed, which is, as you know, you clip it on the string on the inside. It becomes like a little charm down the spine. And you can put it on the inside or the outside, totally up to you. But this matches, in a way, the bow here. And this had the little ghosty theme, which was cute because the Planner Perfect charm is a ghost, which, ironically, I don't think I put that in here, but it's handy. So there's this one. And then I, for some reason, went back and looked to make sure I got what I wanted and realized I never grabbed this one, which is a black cat with a little purple hat. And it's got this adorable soft purple ribbon. I love this. And then a sparkly ribbon, which is great because it kind of goes with this sparkly ribbon a little bit. So, I like things to kind of go together. They don't necessarily have to be matchy-matchy, but they got to go together. So that was why I did what I did by putting everything in the bucket here. Okay, so then there is this one. Now, these 2 things are from Planner Perfect, October 2024. There is this Trick or Treat. Now, I did not get the box, so these are literally just the blank journals. They are both blank journals. So what I do with them going into October, again, I don't know. Remains to be seen. And then again, so this is the full look of that. And then this is the full look of that. Adorable, right? Okay, so there's my books. I don't know what that paper was for, but that's beside the point. Now, if you like doing what I did, which was putting everything into a tray, I left the label on because I have a few of these in my office and I use them for this kind of purpose. So I left the label on. It's probably going to get a bit close, but let me show you. Oh, can you see that? Okay, so these came from Target, if you're interested. I think it was in their bathroom section. Okay, so these were the cards that came with the October 2024 box. There's that. There's Hello Fall. Obviously, that calendar is outdated. Happy Halloween. Of course, the adorable little ghosty with Boo on there. The lovely Scarecrow. And then the pumpkin. So those are the journal cards for last year. I'm going to be using a combination of the new kit with this old kit. I think that's the route I'm going to take. So, okay, so this is a Starbucks card that my daughter got me. There's some money on it, and she got it because there's a little black kitty on here. And she knows I love black kitties. I have two. And speaking of black kitties, we just trapped a black cat that was in the neighborhood. She had come around and then she disappeared for a while, and then she started coming around regularly. So my niece is a vet tech and she trapped her last night successfully, and so she'll get fixed and treated and all the good stuff happening. And we'll go from there what we're going to do with her. You know, either she'll be put into a rescue for adoption or she may end up back with me. We'll see how that works out. So they all know I love black kitties. So there's the vibe. There's the little things that I'm going to be doing. Now let's get these all into the Traveler's Notebook. Now, I'm doing this a week early, which is unfortunate because I have really enjoyed my Coco. I mean, yeah, and she's a heavy one. So let's do this. I'm going to be kind of making a switch up. And I think what I'm going to do, because this stuff is going to go in here for now, and Gabriella is going to become now the Halloween notebook. And that's the confusing part because, as I said, in here, my current plan book, if you will, is a journal that I have customized with the printables that I have. So all of these are wide. So clearly I need a wide to hold them because they do take me through the end of 2025. So they're all going to go into Prunella. Let's do Gabriella because she's the easiest. She's going to be easier to, you know, figure out and work out. I'm going to take out my Ego pen and I'm going to start taking her apart because she will probably, well, I should say next month, she will become my carry and go-to for everything. This is just a little, I cut it. It's a pumpkin. It's just a piece of paper. I made a note about a journal spread I want to make. And that was just her. It's a little sketch. Reminds me of what I want to do. But what I'm going to do, because I have the 2 blank journals plus the plan book, I'm going to kind of start taking some things out and putting things in because I need to make room. So where can I put this little ghosty? Here, let's put him here for a minute. I don't want him to fall over. Okay, so we have these 2 books as well as the October. Now, again, this is not really vibing with my Gabriella, so I'm going to put her second. I'm debating if I want to do the pumpkin first. I think I'll do the pumpkin first, and then as we get into the month, I'll put the ghost. But to do that, I need to move this book. So this is the book I will be focusing on to complete because she's the closest to being done. I'm going to put that over there for now. So this is the one I'm going to focus on. So I'm going to keep her in here. She's going to go in the back. And then I will put that, then this, and then that. Okay, I think I've got it. So this will be my second string. This will be the third string. Now, will I do anything with these blank journals during the month? Maybe. It's hard to say right now until I kind of start getting into the new month so that I know. So because this is orange, I think I might use the purple pen in here. Let's see. And then maybe for this one, I'll see if I have kind of like an orangish brown one, maybe. Or yellow, we'll see. Okay, so this will be Halloween. Here's what I need to do. And by the way, these books are new, so she is stuffed. I need these cards and where's the other ones? Here they are. Okay, which is fine because I have the two journals. So I am just going to separate these into piles. It's like dealing cards. And each of the covers will get one of these in there, or one set. And then this is last year's. I don't know how many use this one yet, but I am going to go ahead and partition it out, and then I'll just go from wherever. So this is the ghost, scarecrow. I may take scarecrow out only because I don't really need that in there, if that makes any sense. And then I think I would put the purple with this one. Let's do that. Let's put the purple with Gabriella, and then the black and white one will go on Prunella. Okay. All right, so we have these, we've got this. And so basically what you do, I think I've showed this before, you will take your, it's like a jewelry clasp, and you just loop it onto the string. Clearly, if I take this book out, it will move up and down the string. So hopefully that helps to describe how I'm using it. What I don't know is if I want it on the outside or the inside. I may put it on the outside. Okay, so I have a lot of cards. I don't even know if they're all going to fit in here. But let's give it a good try. I mean, they'll go in there. The question is, do I want to squeeze them all in there? I don't know. Right, and then I need, so the washi we're not using today. Let's see, we have this, which would probably go in here, right? I'm not worried about the stickers. There's this. This goes with that. I'm just partitioning everything out. This I think I'm going to put in here. I might put that with there. And then there's just these decorations. And then I also pulled out some Oli clips or Ollie clips, however they're pronounced. This is a super metallic purple. So I don't know if how I'm going to use that yet. I've got, these are lavender, so I don't know if I would use the lavender. Only because I might just as a lighter color on the purple. But these look kind of cute with this. I don't know. Which one goes better? I mean, this metallic one is very specific. I may put that on the outside. Let's use this little one. And then, of course, I have a white one, which I would probably put on the purple. So let's set that over there. And then on these, you know, when these clips come, they're all on this cute little paper pieces. Those are great for journaling, so, you know, don't get rid of that. Let me set these aside. I just realized my microphone was half fallen off, so hopefully you've heard most of what I've said. So, I don't think it would be a problem to, I don't know if it'll be a problem to paper clip that. What do you think? I don't know. I don't want to ruin the magnet on it. Isn't the back magnetized somehow? Anywho, let's see. I want to put this here, but I don't like to use paper, and that's the other reason I don't do things on much decorating, because I don't like to put paper clips onto the leather. It just ruins it for me, and I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is use this piece of paper that I have to clip that on. This is just going to be clipped onto a page in here. Let's just clip it on the cover for now. I may change that out. That's very tall. And then I have these as well. So again, I have a black and white. There's this black and purple and orange. I do like these. Should I use the acorn? And then I have a witch's hat. I mean, I have options. There's no doubt there. Let me take this purple one though, because I like that it kind of is so floppy. I made this out of a bow that I got from a package. I got it in a package from somewhere. And I'm actually going to change this to this. Let me just put it right in the middle here. And then I'm going to move this one over to here. Kind of give it a variety across the top, right? Look at how cute that is. I do feel like it needs to maybe do that. My purples don't match, but I'm okay with that. I was looking at this though. What does this look like? See, with this, it doesn't look right. It looks almost blue. Yeah, I don't really have a purple one. Anyhow, those are small things. But what I was going to do is I was going to put this one on here. Let's put those back together. Because as I said, this is super chock full. Let me just attach it here. Should I put one on the front? Let's put the... Is there anything with a black cat? Because that's this theme. I do, again, like to... I'm going to do something with that calendar, the old one. And as I said, I think I'm going to take the scarecrow out. Let's just take that out now. There isn't any that really go with what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll do Boo. Let's do Boo. Okay. I mean, you can hear it making noise. It's full. All right. And then I'm just still debating if that's what I want to do with the... Okay. Ugh, it is full. I don't know if there's enough room in there to do it on the inside. So let's just leave that there for now. I do need to get out my ghost charms. But let's dive into setup number 2 and get that set up. Okay. I feel like I just came into this, and that was kind of why I was waiting. Like, I was going to do this on Saturday, but then today I just was inspired to do it, and I wanted to move it all over. So here we go. Again, I don't have any wide Halloween books. This is purely functional. So there's no decoration for Halloween for this, other than, you know, maybe some pages or something. Okay, so we have that one, this one, which is kind of a shame because, you know, it would be great to have 2 that I should have pre-thought about that maybe. You know, have 2 that are the same kind of look with the ghost. And yeah, I am probably more of a theme person. Like, I like to have again, the things match. They go with the holiday. I am just ruining my pages left and right. Okay. This kind of all relates to the fall in September. So let me move this out of the way. I mean, I kid you not that these things are super full. Let's see. Let's get this rocking and rolling because we are getting on in the time, which I am always sensitive to because I totally get it. While this does not have a Halloween cover on the inside, which I could easily fix because you can just use scrapbook paper, and I probably will do that. I do have some paper that you just cut it down and basically fold it around your book. Make sure your edges are kind of lined up, and then that cover, it gives it an automatic cover change. Okay, so let's see. I think, oh, the cards. So let's just, again, let me take out the scarecrow. I may do this. It depends. I will probably change the, or this, the card I put on the front, only because it will probably depend on what scrapbook paper I have to cover this book. So like what goes on here will probably be different. Even though in theory it should be the ghost because that's the ghost, right? We're back to this. I'm going to use this. I know I didn't think I was going to, but I'm going to use this lavender, I think. It's going to cover up a little bit of it, but that's okay. Again, I don't worry anymore about all the little, you know, the decorations. It just was a lot. So I don't worry about it. Okay, so I could have used white, right? I may change to white, but for now I'm going to go with the purple or lavender. Again, I've got 2 sticker sheets, so one will go into each. I kid you not when I say we are going to get set up. I will not have my month ready in this video, but we're going to get all set up here. So I've got this, which is the, oops, it's this one. I think if I can get it off. There we go. Okay, so we're not going to use that. Let me just set that up there. This one is equally cute. I may put that in there. And this one would even go as well. And it has like the little ball on the edge. Okay, so no orange, none of that. I did get something on my cover. Let's see. Can I tuck this in here on one of these cards? Let's use this one since it is technically expired. Okay, there it is. Cute, cute. I want to put this one in the covers. I don't know that I want to use that. So I'm going to leave those there. I'm not going to mess with those. Hopefully this doesn't demagnetize. It shouldn't. Okay. And then let's see. Let's see if I can get this closed. Oh boy, it's big. Yeah, I don't always just blanketly put a paper clip somewhere because I like it to be in a certain spot. So, okay. So then there's the question of the pen. Let me see if I have my orange pen. Okay, so I don't have an Eco pen in that color, so I've got my backup Lamy. Hopefully I can get this in. I don't remember if I got one in here before or not. In fact, I also think I have black ink. Perfect. Okay. Now, can I get out my little ghosties without making a huge mess? Where are they? Okay, just a minor little change up that I just made a big mess. Just a big mess. Just a big mess. Okay, that little picture won't stay where I want it to. I think I'm going to put that one aside for now. All right, where are we here? So, oh yes, so I don't know how I didn't pull those out. Let's put this up here. And I want to say, even though I pulled all this out into a tray, I still want to say there's something I'm missing. I'm sure there is. So there's that ghosty. Okay, so here's the thing. I did remember what it was. Now, wide, I'm back to 2 TNs, and going into 2026, I think my plan is to have more than one again, so more to come on that, testing things in the background. But I have wide with all my wide books in it, which are mostly the calendars, plus my current September plan book, which is wide, that I created from a test layout. And then I have my narrow October setup, which includes the plan book for October of this year, the journal that I'm focusing on finishing, and then 2 extra blank journals. And so those will be what I'm taking into October. What I did not bring out here are, let's see if I can make room. Okay, there's 2 more things that I didn't bring out, and but I'm going to quickly see if I can get one set up. So the first is this. So this is the purple Sherpa bag. And as you can see, it is super storage worthy. The other thing I might do is get another charm so I can put it on this bag. Let's see if I can get this. I struggle with these things all the time, these little tags. Let me cut this off. See if I can't. Oop. It is on there. Here, I need a paper clip. Or there we go. Okay. It was eluding me. Okay, so this is the lavender Sherpa bag. And it's super roomy because it is lavender. I think I'm going to use this because here's my other one. I have no shortage of ideas for you. So I'm just going to bring them all out. The other bag I have, of course, is the black faux fur bag. And I'm kind of shouting from the background. So same thing. It's like the brown one I had, but it's faux black. Let me also get this tag off. I think this one will come off easier, maybe. Maybe not. I can't get to it with my nails. Okay. There we go. So I have 2 bags which to choose from. Of course, in the black bag it's got like a zebra print, and it has, of course, the faux leather or leather tag of Planner Perfects. It does have, the bags come with the daisy charm, but I can easily change that out. So I'm thinking, I'm still loving the lavender. You know, I might bring the Sherpa in, or the faux fur bag for the second half of October. when I change, I think I might change over to Isabella or something. So I am in the middle of using this Eco pen, which was still from the planner spread I showed you, or the journal spread. So I'm going to put that in there. I have, of course, my Sarasa clips. Love these pens. They're quickly becoming my favorite pen. There is my fall scissors, which, again, I need to find my sleeve. I made like just something so that it wouldn't cut the fabric. And then, of course, all my essentials. So I unpacked my other bag. Now I'm going to pack this bag. And all of my necessary markers, which are labeled. These are things I use on a daily basis. And I have one somewhere. I can't find it yet. So I'm going to put these in there. There's 3 zig dotters. One is metallic. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to get those in there, at least for now. Oh, and then I need my washing. These are going to be the old. These I'll leave out because these are mine. So let's leave those out. All I got to do is get her a new charm for the season. And, oh, my stickers have to go in here. Because with my narrow, I don't have any room. So I'm going to kind of beat on these a little bit and put them in here. So we have, let's see. Oh, that's heavy. But I love that it's so roomy. Like, I have so much room to put whatever I need. So we've got these 3. Oops. I went too far off camera. Okay, so if there were ever any plethora of colors, you're seeing them here. I love the fact that they're orange and black and purple, and I love all those colors. And, you know, having had a stock of things, I was able to kind of really decorate it up. Now, here's the thing. My narrow is something that I'm trying to get used to carrying around more. So that's why I'm bringing her back in, aside from the fact that was the size that my plan book was in. And I wanted to keep my September in here. So again, long-winded, all the information, all the news, all the setups, gave you some ideas on the different color TNs that you could put together. But these are super cute, and I'm loving how they turned out. So I hope you love them too. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so that you know when I post my next video. So here is my Halloween setup and October setup for the first half of the month. That's it for today.